I tried to find out which one of water or oil was the best option to take out a long term protective style for length retention. So I carried out a little experiment with my mini braids. In this video, I'm going to share with you why I decided to carry out this experiment. Truth be told, I'm just too curious. How I went about it, that is, the different routes I followed for this experiment to have a certain level of credibility, and the result on the basis of the ease, the state of the hair, and overall shaded hair at the end. This is me, tired and burnt out, but I have to take out these mini braids. I have to respect the rules. I was already doing the same thing 3 weeks ago with two main differences. I looked happier 3 weeks ago, and I am using water now when I used oil 3 weeks ago to ease the takedown process. The question you may be asking yourself now is why? One sentence I have heard a good number of times from the mouth of my favorite YouTubers and also celebrity hairstylists is, your hair is in its weakest state when wet. Building on the fact that this statement is true, I cannot figure out for the life of me why we are still told to use water or water-based products to take out our protective styles. I mean, the braids are already a form of stress for our hair. So how does it make sense to make your hair weak before manipulating it? I don't understand. I read in the Science of Black Hair that oil brings flexibility to the hair strand. By the way, you should read the book. It is certainly going to answer some of your questions about natural hair. So, flexibility. Is that not what we need instead? We should be able to answer that question by the end of this video. I hope so, at least. I set rules on the state of the hair before the braids, the length of time I kept them in, how they were done, the maintenance, and the takedown. I did the mini braids on freshly washed and stretched hair and kept them in for 2 weeks each. I have a video on how I achieved mini braids on this channel. You should watch it after this. I also made sure the braids were of the same size. The video where I achieved the braids give details on that. For the maintenance, I sprayed it every day with what I like to call hair juice. I washed and moisturized the braids with the same products after a week wearing them. All I did was spray with hair juice for the remaining week. Then came the time to take the braids out. I am using water now, but 3 weeks ago I applied oil with my first aid kit applicator bottle before putting on my already famous plastic cap and waiting for 20 minutes. I take the braids out using this customized comb. Sometimes I run my fingers on the braids to warm it up and relax my shrunken strands. I initially did not want to use a comb, but I realized it was not going to work, so I just grabbed it. I can't imagine just leaving my hair out like that. So after taking out a number of braids, let's say 4 or 5, I finger the tangle, then twist the section up. As earlier stated, the results were given on the basis of ease to take out, state of the hair after the takedown, and overall shedded hair. If we are looking at cost, then of course water is cheaper. But let's look at the ease to take down. I found it easier to take out the oily braids as compared to the wet ones. I used about 3 minutes on oily braids, compared to 5 minutes for wet ones. Let's talk about the state of the hair after the takedown now. Look at all that shrinkage on the wet side. I have learned with time that shrinkage is very bad for length retention. So water is a no for me. Usually, I am able to style my oily hair for some days while it recovers from the stress of the takedown, but that was not possible with the wet hair. And added to that, the oil I used acted as a pre-poo during the wash day. About the shedded hair, I put it in three groups. The hair I lost while taking the braids out, the hair I lost while finger detangling before washing, and the hair I lost after the shampoo. Here is what it looks like when I use water. I did the same thing for oil and these are the results. Putting the two together side by side, I noticed that for the first two groups, there was no real difference. But for the last one, the amount of hair lost after detangling was significantly different. I lost more hair with water than with oil. In conclusion, if you have been moisturizing your hair the right way, as shown in the video of this way, oil is the best option for you to take out your protective style. Another experiment is coming up. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you soon.